Hello and welcome to Ash and Family. You guys, I'm back. I'm going to update you on my hysterectomy surgery. So, it has been a little over 8 weeks since my surgery. And y'all, look, I told y'all I was going to tell you the good, the bad, and the ugly. So, around week 5, my incision got infected. So I started noticing that there was this burning, really bad burning sensation on both ends of the incision. And I noticed it was real tender to the touch. There was this horrible, horrible smell. Like, the smell is undeniable. You will notice that something is wrong. So I immediately reached out to my doctor's nurse, said, hey, this is what's going on. There's like, send us some pictures. I sent pictures, and then I went in to see my doctor. She confirmed that it was infected. So, I did everything right. I did everything they told me to do, and it still got infected. So, of course, she decided to treat me with 2 different antibiotics. And they also sent a culture in to determine, what exact antibiotics. But while they were waiting, she put me on 2 different ones. So, you guys, after starting on the antibiotics, like, I noticed I would get a headache every single time I took them, but that was a potential side effect, so I didn't really think much of it. But I was on Bactrim, and around day 4, it was actually on my son's birthday, so that was May 17. We were having a birthday party for him. That was day 4 of me taking both antibiotics, and I was taking them twice a day, in the morning and in the evening at night. And so I had taken it for 4 days, and I had only taken the morning dose of the Bactrim that morning. And around about 4 o'clock that day, I started feeling horrible. Um, I just thought it was because I had did so much with preparing for the party. And I was like, I'm just gonna push through for my son. It's his day. You know how we do as moms, we just push through things. But I had to excuse myself because some of our guests were still here. I had to excuse myself and come upstairs because I just started feeling so bad. I started hearing like ringing in my ears. It was like these tingling sensations throughout my whole body, like I had the flu. And then it was like pains in my legs. I was telling my husband, like, the bottom of my feet are tingling. Y'all, I felt bad. I felt like I was about to leave here. And I told him, I said, I'm just going to lay down for a minute. Maybe I'll be okay. And so after that, I decided to go ahead and get my shower. Like, immediately after my shower, I broke out in hives. Hives, like, over my whole entire body. They were so bad and so red that it hurt for any clothing to touch my body. So we knew then that I was having a severe allergic reaction. Of course, I reached out to my doctor. I did not take the evening dose of that. That following day, I was in so much pain from the hives and stuff, and so I went ahead and went to a doctor, and I had to get a steroid shot because of that, and I had to take the Zyrtec, Pepsid. I had to be on a water diet for 3 days straight just to try to treat it from the inside out. We had to aggressively treat it because it was that bad. So I had those hives on my body, you guys, probably for about 7 days. And then it started to get better. And I was like, okay, cool. So I'm getting over this. Things are getting better. And y'all, then unexpectedly, this past Friday, I had to get my wisdom tooth removed because I was in so much pain. Like, that prior night, I could not sleep. I could feel it like radiating from my jaw to my ear. So I went in to the dentist the next day. Thankfully, they were able to get me in for an emergency appointment. And my wisdom tooth all the way in the back on this side was broken off, and that's what was causing the pain. So they went ahead and removed that. That wisdom tooth did not want to come out. They cut it. And he was like, after we cut it, it should be able to come out good. It did not want to come out. It took them over an hour to get it out, to get the roots out. They did not want to come out. So it was a lot of pressure and everything on my mouth. So my mouth was really swollen. I was in a lot of pain for several days. It started to get better. Then it didn't. And I was just like, oh my God, I'm feeling that same pain again, radiating from my jaw to my ear. Went back to the dentist. and they found out I had a dry socket. So they had to put the medication in there and treat that. So now it is just soreness, and I'm on my way to getting better. So this has been a journey, you guys. But as far as the hysterectomy go, I'm still taking it slow. I have not gone back to exercising because of everything that was going back on with my tooth. I did have my final appointment with her after being treated for the allergic reaction from the Bactrim. We figured out that's what it was. So you don't ever have to worry about me taking Bactrim ever again, because that's what had me feeling like I was about to leave here. And so after that, I had to go back. And when I went back, there was no more infection. All of my levels were back good. My hemoglobin levels were back good. My iron levels were back good. I honestly have minimal pain. My body would kind of just let me know, like, if I'm doing too much. Sometimes I get like a sharp pain, and that's let me know I'm doing too much. But overall, I'm just slowly getting back into my routine. So I worked out 4 days a week prior to surgery, so I'm gradually going to have to get back into it. I'm just going to start off with just walking and gradually get back into my workout. But I will say this, my energy levels are still kind of low, so I do find myself having to have a nap, but that's to be expected. It will get better with time, but overall I feel much better. My stomach has gone down. Of course, you're gonna have that scar there, but eventually you'll be able to treat that as well. But I do not regret having the surgery, even with my setbacks that I have. I will say that I feel much better. I don't feel tired all the time, not having to run to the bathroom all the time, not hurting. You're just getting over the pain from having the surgery, but I'm able to move around, do things, and I feel happy, and I don't regret my decision. You just need to take your time and heal properly. Listen to your body. It's the main thing that I would tell you. Just listen to your body. If you listen to your body, you'll be fine, because we want to jump in and just do stuff. And I'm not just jumping back in. I'm slowly doing things. If I do a lot one day, I don't do anything the next day, because your body went through a major surgery and it needs time to recuperate. So, and everybody's body is different. Some may take more time. So I'm at a little over 8 weeks, and I feel pretty good, but I'm also not going back at 100%. I'm probably about doing things at about 50 to 60%, because it takes time to get back better. So to any woman who has to have this surgery, you'll get through it. It will be fine. Even if you have any setbacks like I did, like I had my incision getting infected, I had the allergic reaction to the Bactrim, and then they had to give me another antibiotic to make sure everything was cleared out, since I had to stop taking that one. But just pay attention to the signs, pay attention to what's going on with your body, so the quicker you can get in, the quicker you can get things treated. But y'all, that's it. Thank y'all for watching.